Journal entry, 14th of the month of September, in the year of our Lord, 1069. We have spent the last 2 years in the kingdoms of northern Iberia and have honed our craft rather well. We have robbed the treasuries of Bezantros and Vigo and have caught a few unfortunate people who have made enemies of considerable means. I have hired a giant of a man, Hermenegildo Vasquez, as my bodyguard, yet I believe his brains have not caught up with his body, as he seems to not quite understand the business of our group. Our notoriety, however, comes at a cost, as King Garcia's men have increasingly been asking questions about us, so once more I believe it is time to move on. Word in the tavern is that the English have invaded France and stand close to Paris, so eastward it is. Let us take one final look at Santiago Castle, and then I believe we better be on our way. Anything going on in the tavern? Oh my, who is that? Who do we have here? Corecia. Oh, she's a bit older than me, but well, I have been just busy robbing vaults all this time and haven't had much time for enjoyment. So let's have a quick chat with her. I am intently observing the enchantress sitting herself down at a nearby table. The tavern owner calls her Corexia. Corexia? Didn't he? She looks puzzled as I approach her, possibly because my internal turmoil is as clear as day on my face. I am Boss Bernard of the Lion de Beauvais, damn it. I keep reminding myself of my recent accomplishments in order to remain calm. We could... we'll see if we can entice her to join our camp and play our charm a little bit. And unfortunately, she starts ignoring us. Well, let's listen to a story then instead. We still have to... Okay, that actually scales very much not how I expected it. So we have reached trade level 1 trait. So I still need 30 more trade points, but we are seeing diminishing returns here. So I'm still paying 25 coin, but I'm only getting 6 trade experience. So if that keeps being less and less, we'll actually end up paying a bit more than I thought we would. But I do wish to get the 5% lifestyle experience. After that, actually, it'd be nice to get all the way to 10%. But well, let's listen to a bit more stories, pay a bit more coin. Do we have? We should have. We'll see if we have enough. We'll see if we have enough to travel. So my thinking is to mostly avoid France, ideally, and I think we might take the sea route, or to take the sea route towards the papacy, and see if there are any riches to be found near there, and then from there on out we can head eastwards towards Byzantium and explore those particular lands. But for now, yeah, let's see if we can. Let's see where we can, let's see how that would look like if we were to reach northern Italy by sea. If by land it would be a somewhat perilous journey. So let's see if we can see what that would look like if we're going through the ocean. And yeah, we wish to go this way. That would cost 1,000 provisions. But obviously we would have to hire an experienced captain. So how long is this going to take? This would be taking us until May next year, whereas if we go by land, it's about the same, but it costs more provisions. And it's fraught with dangers. So instead, we will take the sea route, and we will hire an experienced captain, which deals with the dangers on the road. Maybe we can... Do we have another port from which we can disembark? Let's see if we go this way. Yeah, that's better. All right. So with that, we will be making our ways across. The lands towards Pisa and explore the Italian lands instead. We have hired Visclavara, who is not the brightest, apparently. But, well, as long as she knows how to steer a ship, I am all for that. And we have managed to sway Mathieu. But however, I do have my new bodyguard, Hermenegildo Vasquez, who is a giant of a man. But I don't think he has particularly realized that we are thieves. So his opinion of us is actually somewhat low, whereas the rest of my group hopefully at some point realizes that that's not a problem. But anyway, so he is complaining a little bit about that. Anyway, I could learn his language, the Iberian language, but I think I'll just try to improve his opinion of me. Well, learning his language would help in general as well. Let's see if I can learn a new language, and we will make our way we'll make our way across the oceans. I have started the pavilion upgrade because we've got 2 slots, obviously, so we needed a 3rd. But we are doing well in terms of coin at this point, so it is just a matter of getting there. Travel speed is still is not great. It's the prepared journey hasn't really kicked in yet because the caravan master it needs time to prep that. I still have 2 prisoners actually hanging around who we can ransom for a hook. Well, a favor for them. I would have preferred coin, but these people were meant to be disappeared. So I have, if they owe me a favor, then so be it. I have no desire to do anything else. Not anything we can do with these hooks as for now. We can make a few requests actually from people to see if anybody has any coin. 34 coin. But we might need to. We do have to be a little bit further, a little bit closer. This one also too far away, but it's only 11 coin. Let's see if we can still get 6 gold. Not worth it, and I think she had no gold either. 19 is actually not too bad. Yeah, we'll see. He does have nothing, and the countess. She would have a bit, or I could ask her for some men-at-arms because our notoriety is beginning to show, and the general opinion of as we become more notorious, we may need a few people to defend ourselves. Obviously, this is going to eat into provisions, but we can't make any requests to these people, but. We could ask her. This would probably be, I don't know. It might be caballeros. Yeah, we'll leave that out for now with the men-at-arms. I'll hold on to the favors for now, and we will make our way eastwards towards the Italian lands and see what we can steal. The sea is calm and forgiving today, still as a boulder and a powerful wind at our back to boot. It seems it'll be an easy day for the rowers below, but then I spot the mangled corpse of a ship buried nose first into some jagged rocks just ahead. There doesn't appear to be any survivors, and the rocks would be no trivial thing to navigate, yet I feel compelled to go and investigate. Let us investigate. Let's see if we can... it is an intrigue challenge. We are brave after all, so let's see what we can find. We find a survivor. Much to my surprise, I begin to hear a voice hailing our ship as we approach the wreckage. The man appears to be a wealthy noble floating around on the remains of a door. Hail! I thought I was never to see another soul again before the sea would claim me, as it did my companions. He introduces himself as Gombo, claims to be a noble from the Sheikhdom of Yabisa, so maybe it's Gombao, and has offered to pay for safe passage and company. Of course, we could hire him, but I don't see why. I don't have any particular use for him. So I think, yes, for 15 coin, I shall help him to shore. And the pavilion upgrade has been completed, which means we can now, this is a little weird, but we can now begin the next upgrade. Now, which one did I need? There is, I think it's the barber's tent or the supply tent. Yeah, the supply tent has the subdued gear, which I think is what we want next. And then the barber's tent has the I believe that it's the torturous. Yeah, it's the torturous tools. But I'm not sure what the requirements for that are. If we can get that, because that would be intrigue lifestyle experience. So maybe we'll do the barber's tent first, and then I think the torturous tools worked for things. There was also, was it on the camp perimeter? No, there was something. I think it's a lock wagon that might have been in the supply train though. That was good for keeping prisoners in it. Well, we'll do the barber's tent for now, and then I will see if the torturous tools are actually available for this path. So let's get that constructed, and we'll keep moving on. And after a long time at sea, we have finally arrived in Pisa, the most serene republic of Pisa and its capital. We are running a little low on supply, but still manageable. And we will see what contracts are available. Actually, there's not an awful lot around here at all. This is still from over there. No contracts in these lands. I mean, surely there are people of wealth around here. We may have to visit the papacy at some point. But let's have a quick look at Pisa and see what we can find. In the city, Germano has an onyx brass necklace for sale. Gives additional prestige and, impresses the women. So that sounds good. I will purchase that. Let's get back. Have a look at the local tavern and see what Agalina has to tell. Okay, 16 experience. That's more like it. So let's listen to a story, and then I believe we see if we can steal some supply. Isn't that the Doge over there? 428 supplies stolen, and 2 intrigue contracts. Well, these are not actually criminal contracts, so I'm not that interested. I think we're done here, and we might actually have to move camp further south or east, either towards the papacy itself or eastwards towards the most serene Republic of Venice, to see if we can make some contact with the local underworld and see if we can find some offerings of contracts. During the travel, Andre the Stammerer, who has the looks and skill of a thief, but has a bit of a problem with stuttering, and Vis Clavara, our captain, who is not the brightest. In fact, she is very much not. But they have found, that they enjoy each other's company, and apparently she has skills in at certain times of day and in certain positions that he enjoys. So, as such, who am I to complain if the two of them want to stay together? That said, now, since there are no contracts anywhere here, we have to once more move camp. We could probably visit the Holy City. There might be some loot there that we can get, or at least some contracts. Alternatively, we'll head east towards Venice, but decisions will be made. To Rome it is, after a discussion inside the camp, and Guillaumet agrees that this would be the best opportunity to see if we can find any contracts. So there we go, making our way in summer, in the beautiful Italian summer, towards the Holy City, and we have moved our camp to Rome. We visited the Colosseum, the papacy, and we have gained the traveler trait out of the whole affair as well. So a bit more, we can, some people, there's a heist, in the north. That's something we could pick up, and we might be able to head east, because somebody needs abducting once more, and that might be useful as well. As we travel north towards the baron, the county of Arezzo, where the countess has carelessly announced that there's a lot of wealth, I have another perk available. So the digging for dirt for the next travel is going to be searching for secrets while we travel, which is reducing the travel safety. And that means we can then begin blackmailing people. I believe that is a good business opportunity to make some additional coin out of whatever unholy business people are getting themselves into. So we have moved to Arezzo. Before we begin, I'll have a quick look around and see quick look at the castle and just scope it out. We have gotten much better at scoping out treasures, bribing guards, slitting the occasional throat, or having a Guillemette get over her preferences and smile seductively at one of the servants to get into and out of the castle. So we have, how much else does she have? 165 gold still laying around. Yeah, there is plenty more where that came from. So yes, stewardship definitely not. We're going with intrigue. So let's get that done. 50 gold worth of things have been found. Make that 100. Make that 150. And we shall leave nothing behind. Stay low, knives out, mind the sacks, and let's move. We have pillaged, and like shadows in the night, we are away. And the countess is none the wiser, so let's go and sell that loot. And with that, we have made a substantial amount of coin from here. There is a bit of a battle going on, however, in the east. So I believe it is time for us to move, because uncertain times do not make for successful business very much. I believe the next stop on our road should probably be the most serene Republic of Venice, and then we shall see what opportunities await. As we disembark on the port of Ravenna, Guillemette has noticed that one of the locals, who is not from the region, has a bit of a secret, and together with the help of Elshanan, my friend and personal physician, who speaks the language, we have made out to find that this man is a deviant. Let's see if we can blackmail him, and that would give us would only give us a hook, unfortunately. Don't know yet if I can do anything with that other than just getting a hook on him. If I were to expose it, then there's not much else we can do. So we're really going to need the golden obligations in order to get people to begin paying off their favors. So how soon? In 1 year we can switch to stewardship. So I'll probably do that, then stick up in stewardship a bit, and then get back towards intrigue. But for now, we'll just keep the secret in mind, and we will see what. Well, we can blackmail him. We can blackmail him already. Let's see what comes of it. He loses opinion of me, so we have blackmailed him, and we're now getting a hook on him. Yep, we've got the hook, but there's not an awful lot else we can do other than it's not. We could expose the secret, but that wouldn't do anybody any good. Unless there was another. So if we use the I look good in comparison, we can build up prestige by getting people's secrets exposed. So that would also be good. But right now I'm more interested in coin. So if we can blackmail people into paying us to be quiet about it, that would be quite nice. And we have arrived in Venezia and got some lifestyle experience for that as well. How much do we have in stewardship? 300 so far, so it's reasonably close. We're currently getting 39.5 per month. So the private tent's doing their job there. But I think we've completed the barber's tent. And now, can we build the torturer's tools? Yes, 25 monthly intrigue lifestyle experience. So let's get that underway. And now let us investigate Venice. After burning some property in Aquileia, I believe it is time once more for us to practice our banditry on the road and see if we can ambush a few people in the Prince Bishop Nikolitsa's land. So let's see who we find. Smaller group travels faster. We will be going around the lands and we'll see who we can catch. But there is a plague now actually breaking out in Venezia as well. So we will probably have to begin. We'll probably have to abort our travels at some point and avoid that. We might head north into the Holy Roman Empire. In fact, actually, given that the plague is already in Venezia, we may actually have to just abandon this contract and just hightail it out of there. What is the plague? The bloody flux. Yeah, that does not sound pleasant. So with these reports, I think we'll abandon the contract, and instead we will stop our. We'll go back, and then make our way out of here as rapidly as possible. Given that we can't head east, we shall be heading north into the Holy Roman Empire and see instead what we can get at the Kaiser's court. After a treacherous passage through the Alps in winter, where we had to deal with avalanches and various bandits that have tried to rob us, only to find out the hard way that we know a bit more about that profession than they do, we have arrived at Augsburg, where we have a martial lifestyle perk available to us. Not entirely certain. I think the stalwart leader probably would be. Would be a good one. Yeah, we'll do that. +4 prowess, I'll take it. So I shall be known as Bernard the Stalwart. But as winter comes to an end, we travel through the Holy Roman Imperial lands towards the capital of Klingenberg, where we shall see what the Kaiser has to offer and if we can successfully escape that plague. We have gained a fair amount of diplomacy lifestyle from that, so we've got a perk here as well. Let's see. We could contract prestige rewards. Most of my contracts don't give much prestige, but the benevolent intent might not be bad. So that reduces the sway phase, which is something I'm doing at times, or I can start befriending people. None of this is particularly useful for now. This is, none of that helps me at this point. And I'm not necessarily planning to look for honest work. So instead, we'll do the benevolent intent just for the sway phase speed up. So that's a good one to have. And we have arrived in the barony of Klingenberg, where we shall see if we can visit the Kaiser's court. Somebody needs abducting. Few people need abducting after making contact. Sorry for the flickering. That's the Holy Roman Empire's color when you're too close. I'm going to zoom out a bit. Somebody needs some animals rustled. So there's definitely work to be done in the area. But first of all, let's have a quick look at the castle and mingle with the locals in the tavern. Oh, who do we have here? Sicily. Let's see if my charms have improved, because my Hasteluder is almost complete. So that gets us to 10% lifestyle experience. So my wits and charms should work on that. Let's see. How about, let me see if we can charm her into our camp. And she is charmed. There she goes. She can join our camp, and I'm sure we can. I'm sure she can be useful in our future endeavors. Let's see, who do we have here? Madalena. Let's see if we can complete. And I think with that we should have completed the Hastiluder trade. Yes, the wit is at 3, which means I am getting 10% lifestyle experience, which means we are now, and I don't think we're yet, we can change it yet. Yeah, September 1071 still. But I am now having 42, yes. So from the Hastiluder, that's 15%. Oh, that's cumulative. Oh, nice. Okay, so we've actually got 15% out of that. And the private tents have helped as well. So once the torturous tool are done, we should have a really good intrigue lifestyle part as well. All right, let's head back for now. See if we can steal some supplies. Yep, 700 supplies go into our coffers, and there's a treasure hunt. But I'm not particularly interested in hunting treasure. I'm more interested in stealing it. So yeah, not really that much. Let's head back for now, and we will have a look around and probably make some coin. And then resume our travels east. Maybe there is somebody we could escort as well. We'll resume our travels east. I am still looking. It looks like the plague has abated, so I wish to make my way towards the Byzantine Empire, as I've heard much about the glory of Constantinople, and I wish to see the majestic city in the east.